So it should be worth as much or more than
Totally.
gold. And for that to happen, a Bitcoin has to be worth $500,000 a Bitcoin.
There you have Tyler Winklevoss talking about Bitcoin reaching $500,000. Now, this, of course, is an old clip. I'm sure many of you remember it, who obviously follow the Winklevoss twins and follow the sort of crypto space. It was huge news. He essentially came out and said that Ethereum was going to hit something like $75,000 and Bitcoin was going to reach $500,000, not $50,000, $500,000. We're going to play a clip in a minute that is going to kind of outline how he reckons we get to this sort of $500,000 price evaluation for Bitcoin. He has been pretty spot on so far. And when he came out and said Bitcoin was $500,000, it was only around about, I think, $18,000 per Bitcoin. The market cap of Bitcoin was nowhere near $1 trillion. I think it was like anywhere from $200 to $300 billion. So we've come a long way so far, and the kind of journey that he set out for Bitcoin to take to get to a $500,000 price evaluation has somewhat come true. Everything that he kind of predicted was going to happen has happened. And could we indeed, and that's what this video is about, could we indeed see a $500,000 Bitcoin in the near future? So we're going to get into quite a bit in this video. Of course, we're going to look at Bitcoin and where it is today. I've not made a Bitcoin video in a while, guys. We're going to be bringing up my Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory chart that for those of you who have been subscribed to the channel for long enough, you will be sick to death probably of seeing this. But this and understanding the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, guides, is 100% crucial to your crypto investing. And what it really allows us to do is take a look at 2021, see us that we are in a sort of confirmed bull market like 2017 or prior to that 2013, and just see just how long we still have to go in this cycle and how much, it's my opinion that this technology is as disruptive as the internet. It's the next sort of evolution of the internet and is going to disrupt the entire world as a result of it being that. We still have trillions to flow into this market. I reckon we top out at around about, anywhere from $8 to $11 trillion for the entire market. That seems more and more likely each day. But we're not, we're going to focus on this kind of $500,000 Bitcoin price prediction, how we kind of got there, and is it possible? I'll give you my kind of take on the whole thing after we finish watching this clip. So let's get straight into this clip, guys, and then let's review it. Pay attention.
I think it's just more time and education and more data points. But how I get to 500,000, it's very simple math. The market cap of gold is 9 trillion. So the entire supply of gold is priced at 9 trillion. If Bitcoin is gold 2.0 and it disrupts gold, then its market cap also has to be 9 trillion. But today, Bitcoin's market cap is 330 billion. So it's got to increase somewhere like 25 to 30x from here.
Yep.
So put on a 25 to 30x multiple on the price of a Bitcoin today, which is, let's say, 18,000, 20,000. That easily gets you to $500,000 a Bitcoin. So if we're right that Bitcoin is better than gold, and the way we get to that is we look at the characteristics of why people find gold valuable. It's scarce, it's portable, it's divisible. Bitcoin's better than scarce. It's fixed. You can send it like email. You can divide a Bitcoin into 100 million pieces. So across the board, all of the reasons why humanity has found gold valuable for the last multi-millennia, Bitcoin beats it. So
Tyler Winklevoss talking about how he gets a $500,000 price prediction for, or how back then he got a $500,000 price prediction for Bitcoin. I'd be interested to, I'd love to have him on this. I'd love to have him on here to interview him about that, but I think we've got a while to go as a channel before we perhaps get there. I'd love to know what his sort of renewed, does he still follow that? Now, of course, he talked, essentially how he gets that price prediction. You think Bitcoin is going to encapsulate gold. It's going to, it mimics gold in many ways. It's a store of value in a similar way. It has the same kind of value propositions, and he actually thinks it beats gold on a lot of those value propositions and why value is equated to gold. Now he spoke about a $9 trillion market cap for gold. Gold today is currently sat at $11.1 trillion. So it's gone up more consistently, and you would have more around a $600,000 Bitcoin, so an extra 100,000 if it was to take gold's market cap today. I can honestly say that I do not know if Bitcoin is going to get to that price in this cycle. So I follow the 4-year cycle theory. It predicts that 2021, and Bitcoin follows the 4-year cycle theory so perfectly, guys. Right here, you have literally 2 cycles, and they are the exact same thing. It follows the Wall Street cheat sheet. Markets essentially are driven by human beings. Human beings are emotional creatures, even though some of us don't like to admit it. I don't know. I predicted $100,000 Bitcoin, and how I got to that price prediction, and have been saying that for a long time now, was because I looked at 2017, I looked at 2013, and you can see that your ROI, your return on investment, has diminished. So in 2013, you made 100x on Bitcoin. In 2017, you made under a 20x, and we reckon around about a 5x from where we start the year off, which was around about $20,000, is achievable. So $500,000, I mean, is it going to encapsulate gold? Is it going to do that? I think in many respects what he says, he spoke about a lot of inflation and how that affects everything. And he spoke about, and we've been saying this, and this is one of the most important things you can do as an individual to protect yourself and build wealth, is get the hell out of cash, because it devalues every year. The fact that the governments around the world have had to print a large volume of money in order to kind of sustain their economies essentially has devalued the money supply, devalued money, so that the dollar or the pound that you have in your pocket right now is worth significantly less as a result of this. And he spoke about that and why that would be a catalyst for Bitcoin's price. That is not only a catalyst for Bitcoin, that is a catalyst for the entire crypto space. As a result of that, we're already seeing companies and institutions move towards crypto, move towards Bitcoin specifically, because it will benefit them more to hold Bitcoin than it will cash. That is true when you look at history. It's given us around about 200% return on investment per year if you take an average. So if you just average it out, cash is a perpetual short. It is continuously sort of being devalued on, if you look at the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, it says it's around about 3, anywhere from sort of 2 to 3% a year. So that's what your money is getting devalued by as a result of inflation. So it doesn't hold you to hold cash. And that, of course, isn't including any of this sort of somewhat hyper or stagflation that's going on at the moment. So I think a $500,000 Bitcoin, I mean, it's a 10x. It's achievable, potentially, but it rides on a lot of factors. And I think you perhaps might be seeing some of those factors sort of take place. It's not really till the second half of the year you see the bulk of the bull market doesn't really happen till the second half of the year. If history is going to repeat itself, you're going to see that. I mean, it's not really, in 2017, it wasn't till the second half of the year that we saw the kind of real parabola, and it wasn't till the second half of the year in 2013 prior to that we saw it. So a lot of things, of course, none of this could happen. Bitcoin might not even reach $100,000. We don't know what we're going to get thrown our way, theoretically. However, I think it's more than likely that we do reach that $100,000 mark. I think it's more than likely that this market continues to grow because of its disruptive nature, because it is the next layer to the internet. There is so much going for not only Bitcoin, but the entire crypto space. And now traditional kind of world finance is looking at this as the new thing. There's a paradigm switch. Isn't it funny how all the people that were bashing Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market back in sort of 2017 or earlier than that have all now switched, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, to trying to onboard Bitcoin products and monetize the space. We still have all that to come. We're starting to see institutions and the cracks that are kind of occurring there and them kind of putting their money into Bitcoin. This is going to continue to happen. And you have got a perfect storm with all this, with it being the new thing, with people realizing that it's more of a store of value than cash, etc., inflation, printing money, etc. You've got a perfect storm that's setting up for Bitcoin and the entire crypto space. It is absolutely possible. I think Bitcoin in the future, to be transparent, 5-10 years down the line, is not only going to reach $500,000, but $1 million. Seriously, that could be 20 years down the line for $1 million. But there is an inevitability, and that is that cash is losing value year on year on year, and something like Bitcoin isn't. In comparison with the dollar, it's lost like, the dollar's lost like 99.997% of its value in comparison with Bitcoin. So if you're not already woken up, and I know a lot of you on this channel are, that have been here for a while, because we go on about it on a daily basis, you need to wake up and understand that you are on the wrong side of a compound interest equation. If you're, and if you want to enrich your life, investment and investing is one of the key ways to do it. It's changed my life, and hopefully it's going to change some of yours. So I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. That was, of course, Tyler Winklevoss, one of the Winklevoss twins, part of the Gemini twins. They own the Gemini Exchange, etc., etc. I think it's brilliant how they named it Gemini. Gemini is a sort of zodiac sign that has the twins featured, and etc., etc. But that's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, or whatever you are, whatever you're doing. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. So if you appreciate this video, a like is absolutely appreciated. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Bitcoin could reach $500,000? And yeah, get subscribed, guys, because we have content coming out on a daily basis, and we bring nothing but real and true and, hopefully as factual as possible content frequently. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video.